China and South Korea are close neighbors and partners. China attaches great importance to China-South Korea relations and maintains stability and continuity in its policy towards South Korea. This visit marks President Xi Jinping's first state visit to South Korea in 11 years, and the first meeting between the leaders of China and South Korea since President Lee Jae-myung took office. China stands ready to work with South Korea to uphold the original aspirations of establishing diplomatic ties, adhere to the principles of good neighborliness and mutual benefit, and advance the China-South Korea strategic partnership of cooperation. China and the United States maintain close communication regarding the upcoming meeting between their heads of state. Should further information become available, China will release it in a timely manner. On the Ukraine crisis, China has consistently determined its position based on the merits of the case itself, and has been committed to calling for a ceasefire and an end to hostilities, as well as promoting dialogue and negotiations. China's efforts in this regard are evident to the international community. We shall continue to stand firmly on the side of dialogue and peace, playing a constructive role in easing tensions and promoting a political resolution to the crisis. The resumption of direct flights between mainland China and India represents the latest progress in implementing the important consensus reached by the two leaders during their Tianjin meeting, and is a positive step in facilitating friendly exchanges between the over 2.8 billion people of our two nations. China is willing to work with India to view and handle bilateral relations from a strategic and long-term perspective, promote the sustained, healthy and stable development of bilateral ties, better benefit both countries and their peoples, and make due contributions to safeguarding peace and prosperity in Asia and the wider world. East Asia is one of the most dynamic and promising regions for global development. The ASEAN-led East Asian Cooperation Mechanism has played a significant role in promoting dialogue and cooperation among all parties and maintaining regional stability. At present, the international and regional landscape is undergoing complex changes, with sluggish global economic growth and the rise of unilateralism and protectionism, presenting some complex factors for East Asian cooperation. China has always regarded ASEAN as a priority direction in its neighborhood diplomacy and supports the theme of inclusiveness and sustainability set by Malaysia, the current ASEAN chair. China looks forward to working with ASEAN and regional countries to jointly deliberate on plans for cooperative development, remain true to our original aspirations, build consensus, enhance mutual trust, uphold genuine multilateralism, defend free trade and the multilateral trading system, and forge the China-ASEAN Free Trade Area 3.0. Given differences in history, culture, social systems, and stages of development, China and Germany hold divergent views on certain issues. This is normal, and both sides can enhance mutual understanding and trust through candid communication. We hope Germany will maintain an objective and impartial stance, view China positively and rationally, and work with China towards the same objectives to ensure Sino-German relations advance along the correct trajectory. There is only one China in the world. Taiwan is part of China, and the government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legitimate government representing the entire country. This constitutes the most complete, accurate, and sole expression of the One China principle, leaving no room for any self-defined interpretations. Maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait necessitates adherence to the One China principle and unequivocal opposition to Taiwan independence. Merely stating support for the status quo across the Taiwan Strait without explicitly opposing Taiwan independence effectively condones and supports separatist activities, posing a serious threat to regional stability. We urge Germany to strictly uphold the One China principle and take a clear stance against any separatist actions. China strongly condemns the U.S. government's cyber attacks targeting China's critical infrastructure and its preemptive cyber preparations for future large-scale destructive operations. Chinese cybersecurity authorities have previously reported that the so-called Volt Typhoon, disseminated by the U.S., was in fact an international ransomware organization. Recent case studies have demonstrated to the international community the true nature of Volt Typhoon operations, further proving that the U.S. remains the world's foremost source of cyber attacks. The U.S. government's actions are highly prone to provoking misunderstandings and miscalculations, constituting profoundly irresponsible conduct. China urges the U.S. to immediately cease cyber attacks against China's critical infrastructure. China will take all necessary measures to resolutely defend its cyber sovereignty and security. On matters of peace and security, China stands as the major power with the most exemplary record. In contrast, Japan has significantly adjusted its security policies in recent years, progressively increasing its defense budget, continually relaxing arms export restrictions, and pursuing breakthroughs in military capability development. This cannot but raise strong doubts among its Asian neighbors and the international community regarding Japan's genuine commitment to exclusively defensive policies and peaceful development.